Hello and welcome to Coffee with Dr. Carla. I'm Dr. Carla and this is Jenny, and we're really glad that you're here with us. Our goal today is to talk about mental health related issues and the stigma surrounding them. So, thank you for being here. And today I really wanted to hear a little bit about your journey, about the healing process that you went through and what that was like.
What that looks like.
Yeah, for
Um,
you.
for me, it was a long. Um, it has bumps in the road. I think everyone should realize that it's not something you wake up one day and say, "Okay, I'm going to get help for my mental health, and I'm going to go somewhere, and they're going to tell me this is what you do, and poof,
Yeah,
you're better."
the magic wand comes out.
Yes.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, everything is gone, and you're going to smile again every day from there forward.
Right.
That's definitely not how it works. And if someone tells you that, you probably should rethink.
Yep.
But for me, the healing process was a lot of crying, which sometimes people think that's all it is. There's good tears,
Sure.
there's tears of happiness, tears of joy, there's relationships. Um, a lot of my healing was recognizing good relationships, bad relationships, um, finding healthy ones, realizing that some people, not only just a relationship, but sometimes you might need to walk away,
Sure.
because you have to focus on your health. And a lot of times, mental health grows into many different things in someone's life from relationships, from you add alcohol, let's
Mm,
say.
okay.
So when my journey involved a lot of different pieces. Like I had a big puzzle, and I probably haven't figured it all out yet. But my healing started when I started to, which sounds strange, but take the puzzle apart instead of
Okay.
putting it together. I had to take apart this puzzle to find out why I felt the way I did, um, what might have happened, whether it was a trauma, whether it was a good thing, whether, whatever it may be, what happened throughout my journey to make me think I needed help, So there was times that I realized, oh, maybe that was, something that really actually bothered me a lot more than I let on.
Right.
So talking about those things made me feel great. A lot of the things that I think some people just bury. I mean, we all have that. I know I did this locked in key where you keep things and nobody can find them out because they would think you're terrible.
Right.
But as soon as you talk about them, it's like
Right.
this big, thing
Take it out of
was,
the darkness and
yes,
yeah.
and make it real. I mean, that's part of why I, wanted to come and sit with you. Um, it is okay not to be okay. It's okay to have things bother you. It's okay to have things not bother you.
Right.
What bothers me might not bother you. Um, all of that is part of my healing. And then still the continued dedication to taking the steps. It doesn't just end. I don't get to close that journal that I write in and
Right.
say, the end. I wish I did, but it doesn't work that way. And I think once you start the path, keep going, um, and allow it to take you different ways. Because when mental health affects you and you haven't had that help yet or that person to lead the way for you, it feels dark and lonely and never ending. And it feels like there is no light at the end of that path. Um, and the more work you put in, the brighter that light gets.
So I'm curious. So you make this decision and you find the therapist. What do the people around you think? Do
That's
they
a whole
know?
nother story, Carla.
Yeah. Do they know?
Um, Sadly, as much as that stereotype of you're crazy or, this hospitalized person with mental health illness, a lot of people in my life thought that, still think that. Um, and I'm not sad that I had to deny it, but I did. I had
Okay.
to, once I recognized it, admitted it, I came to terms with it on my own, the people you go to immediately are your family.
Sure.
And you assume they're going to be there for everything. It's not always the case with mental health.
Right.
I struggled with who was going to, you don't want your hand held, but you want somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Support.
hmm And I didn't necessarily get that from the beginning. And still today, many years later, it's taboo.
Okay.
Um, and I'm glad you mentioned that because sometimes that makes you, go backwards in time and say, okay, yeah, there is nothing wrong with me.
Okay.
When you don't have that support.
Right.
And that's hard. So I would like people to understand that it doesn't have to be your immediate family that supports you. It could be that one friend that you met that you could call up at any time and, he or she is always there for you. You just have to look for that person, and a little support goes a long way.
Okay. I know you mentioned at one point today that, um, part of this healing process was to be able to be here, and this is a very public forum to
hmm
share that what's going on, and so by doing that, what do you hope to see happen, not only for maybe for yourself,
hmm
right? For maybe your friends and family, and then maybe just for the person who we have no idea who's watching this.
Yeah, the
Right.
person who stumbled upon this today, and
Yeah.
um, thank you for watching would be my first thing.
Yeah.
And it, what I would like to share from my healing process would be it's okay to talk about it. Like this is great. It doesn't matter who's going to see it and who doesn't. It doesn't matter how much I share or how little I share. It's the idea that mental health is part of probably just every single day of your
Right.
life.
Yeah.
And whether it's severe or whether it's not, everybody has that bad day. Everybody, thinks about things that they assume, oh my God, I can't tell anybody that. So I would hope that coming here today would show just a few people that you can, talk about those things, and those things are real, and people do believe you, and there's a whole networking of people that want to help you through those feelings.
Right. And you're not alone. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
that's the hugest thing. And for me, myself, I think talking about it made it part of me. It's just part of me. It's not who I am. My
Okay.
mental health doesn't define me as Jenny.
Yeah.
It's a little bit part of me that is a lot though. It's almost like just take the time to realize that what you feel on the inside affects your outside, and that there's always someone there to listen.
Good. Um, I'm curious. Okay, so you're talking about the work, saying the course and whatnot, and just realizing that there's going to be some days that things just aren't okay. Do you have any like routines or any kind of
That's good. Yeah.
thing that you do to kind of help you stay the course?
My therapist was really helpful in, sounds really silly, but thinking about me.
Ah, okay.
As a mom, as a wife, as a employee, as a family member, as a daughter. I mean, all those things. It's always go, 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 go for somebody else. Um, Part of my mental illness was that I forgot about me. I took the me out of the equation.
Mm,
So part of my routine is, even if it's just the 30 minutes in the morning before everybody starts their day, that's me. It's my time. Whether I decide to take a shower, talk to the dog, um, do the laundry, taking it for me, was very important. And the other part of my routine that I probably will never give up is journaling, because sometimes there's just some things that you want to say and then you forget about them,
yeah.
or you forget what was really bothering me that day. It seemed really important at that time, but when you go back and read it, you're like, oh yeah, it was something little, or it was something that you wanted to touch back on.
Right. Right. Right.
And then my other part would probably be having, I don't like the word surrender to medication, but I like the word of bringing it into your part of your wellness plan.
Okay.
Um, I had a lot of you don't need it, go ahead and get rid of it. That doesn't help.
No, I mean,
For someone like me, you needed it,
right.
and I need it, and it makes me a better person. So,
And it allows you to have a balance to work on the different things that you want to work on.
mhm, helps you find a pretty good median too.
Good.
So staying the course with that would definitely be it. And then the other part of my routine is just enjoying it one day at a time.
Awesome.
A simple cliche saying, but I get better each day.
Good. Good, good, good. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Um, I hope you guys comment and again share your stories with us on Facebook or on Instagram. And remember, you can change your thoughts, discover your potential, and transform your life by focusing on your overall well being, just like we talked about right now. So until next time, continue working on being the best you possible. Bye.
Bye bye.